Okay, I just want to go over some of the changes that I've pushed up to my branch. The main thing that's happening under the hood is you'll want to check out the input segment, okay, which is really like an edge with two input points. Okay, I've got something that mimics the B-mesh data structure, so the segment keeps track of the input points, and then input points keep track of segments that are connected to them through link segments. So here when we initiate a segment, we give it 2 input points, and then we tell each of those input points, hey, I'm your segment, or I'm one of your segments. And then next thing is the previs data. So what that looks like is when we create a segment, it does the fast walking, so it's actually computing the cut in terms of the locations of the cut, but it doesn't do anything to the mesh topology. So that allows us to, one, see exactly what is happening. Now I'll try to contrive a bad segment. If it fails to walk, one, you'll notice it's slow because it tries several different ways to walk there. You'll get the line drawn from point to point, but it's not able to walk as far as it can just yet. That will come later. When we grab a point, we get a 2D previs, and then this allows us to calculate each segment individually, so it's a lot faster. Before, I was kind of collecting all the points and then doing the cut all at once. Sorry, got distracted there. So we're going to grab that one and move it here. There we go. And so this one, for some reason, I guess is not pre-computing. And I guess there's probably, if we check here, probably some error there. Yeah, okay. But that's the main thing. So I'd say kind of dig around under the hood. Sketching and stroking is not working. And that's because before we assumed that there was one single linear collection of points. Okay, now these points are not in order at all. The order is only determined by the connectivity of the segments, so much more like a mesh data structure. But so it will only add to an endpoint. It'll add to the closest endpoint unless you are hovered. Okay, so this should, yep, and then if you delete the endpoint, I guess it hangs around as selected until you select something else. So that's something that could be fixed. And if you look here, this is our little hovered icon. So you'll notice that, so to connect them, if it's hovered and I click, maybe, okay, well, closing the loop, I thought I had that working, but I don't.